available with approved credit through Ally Finance. Chevy offer available with approved credit through GM Financial. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details.
Who knew the old phrase, "don't let the bed bugs bite," was going to be a real problem? Here at Andy's Pest Troopers, we're experiencing an increase in calls from Brown and the surrounding counties regarding bed bugs. Bed bugs are an interior pest often associated with traveling, and frequently bed bugs move in when someone buys used furniture. Bed bugs are unaffected by the colder weather and practically impossible to get rid of on your own. Andy's Pest Troopers is the premier bedbug company in the area. We have specialized training from Bedbug Central to bedbug leaders in the industry and guarantee the treatment and extermination of these pests. If you think you might have a bedbug problem, call Andy's Pest Troopers at 325-646-2571 or visit andyspesttroopers.com. Let our professional team help you with your bedbug problem. Check out Andy's Pest Troopers on Facebook and learn more on how to control unwanted pests. Andy's Pest Troopers. We arrest the pest. 325-646-2571.
The most complete news, weather, and sports reports every morning. The Morning News on News Talk 102.3 KXYL, AM 1240. Online at brownwoodradio.com.
As we continue to commemorate the crash that happened 40 years ago today that claimed the lives of several members of the rock band Leonard Skinner, introing our segments with their songs, this one called Tuesday's Gone. Our Friday show is nearly gone. One more segment to go here, and joining us on the program is Sean H. Worthington. He is author of the book, Beyond Bitcoin, The Future of Digital Currency. Sean, welcome to the program.
Well, thanks for having me.
Okay, so we had an author and an expert on a couple of weeks ago talking about Bitcoin, how it works, how you can convert your currency into Bitcoin, how you can get cash back out of it, and how all of that works, and how Bitcoin continues to gain value over time, and so on and so forth. And it sounded like a really sales pitch. But what concerns me about online currency or digital currency is having lost data in computer crashes, having had to deal with people lifting, swiping or scanning my credit card, and some of the bad things that happen to your money online, I just can't seem to get comfortable with anything that's not in my wallet at the moment.
Yeah, well, Bitcoin certainly is not in your wallet. It's a different kind of system in which they use a public ledger, and you have to contact that public ledger and give it private keys and public keys. And if somebody gets those private keys and public keys, they can then take all your money. And with the quantum computers that are being invented and that our government probably already has, they can actually crack that and take your money. But there's a new type of digital currency.
Yeah, and that's what concerns me about Bitcoin. Now, you're talking about CloudCoin, which is like the next generation of this.
That's right. And so the idea here is that instead of having a public ledger, it's just like regular money, and that the CloudCoin is dispersed and it's on your cell phone or on your computer or on your digital device, or you could even print it out or put it on a USB drive, and so it's not on a public ledger. And instead of trying to track all of the transactions that happens, that's what Bitcoin does. The system just is a counterfeit detection system that can tell whether your CloudCoins are real or not.
Now, the question on that is, if something happens to the hard drive, then what happens to my CloudCoin?
Well, CloudCoin was designed so it cannot be permanently lost. And so if you received your CloudCoins in an email, you'll have a copy of them there, and you'll know the serial numbers, and you can claim a lost coin report. And if nobody's spent your coins for 2 years, then you can get them back. So that is a very unique feature with CloudCoins that Bitcoin does not have.
Sounds pretty interesting. Now, when we talk about digital currency, is this really the wave of the future, or is this going to be a sideline deal that some people are going to be able to work with, but the core of society is going to continue with what we already have?
This is going to absolutely transform everything, because digital currencies are a much more perfect currency. They allow us to buy things at our computer just like cash. We can buy things all over the world at any time of the day, any time at night. There's no bank fees, there's no taxes, There's no tariffs or rules, and we don't have to worry about identity theft. And plus, we don't have to use government-inflated money. And so it's going to be a big deal, and we're seeing the values of digital currencies go up. There's an explosion of them right now, and we're going to see that continue, I believe.
Well, and growing up in the 1980s and 1990s and watching this whole transition where everything is happening online and then in the cloud, we've seen over the past 20 years how hackers and computer criminals have a way of seemingly to break down the barriers that we put up for our own security. And, you know, we're starting to learn that maybe we shouldn't have rushed everything into the cloud. And so I'm still a little leery on how this thing is totally secure.
Well, this thing uses a totally different technology in which generally data is protected by encryption, or they try to store it on servers in which they guard. But CloudCoin does a type of digital shredding in which the data is actually shredded into 25 different pieces. It's put into servers all over different countries and controlled by different people. And so that even if the people who had the servers wanted to look at it, they couldn't make sense of it. So it's a whole different paradigm from encryption. It's actually shredding.
And then on the flip side, you know, the conspiracy-minded part of me thinks, you know, whoever's controlling this could totally control our lives.
Yeah, that was my question. It sounds almost Orwellian in nature.
You're absolutely correct. With the blockchain, whoever controls that digital currency can control or can know exactly who's buying what. They can introduce algorithms that would take from one person and give to another person. They can tax automatically. And so it can be, you know, Bitcoin socialism. And they could really run everybody's lives and run the economy into the ground as people change behaviors because they're getting ripped off or they don't have to work because they get free money. So it definitely is something dangerous. But the flip side of it is that if you have the right digital currency, like CloudCoin, you can actually protect, you can actually hold the coins in your mind, and nobody even knows that you have them.
Now we've seen that in the prep this morning. How in the world can you store digital currency in your mind?
Well, so with traditional money like the dollars that are in your wallet, if you have those in your wallet, then you're the owner of them. With cloud coins, if you know the money, if you know the cloud coins have passwords, each one of them has different passwords, and if you know those passwords, then you're the owner. And so you can store passwords in your mind. And
now that makes sense.
Well, so that makes my question sound fairly silly now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the name of your book is Beyond Bitcoin, the Future of Digital Currency. I'm sure this is sold wherever fine books are sold.
So this is actually going to be sold in the next few days, but people can get it for free if they go to digitalfrontiernews.com and sign up for the newsletter. They also get free 5 free cloud coins to try out.
Digitalfrontiernews.com is the website. Sean H. Worthington is on the phone with us. Sean, is there anywhere else we can follow your work?
Yeah, if you go to cloudcoin.global, that's our big website, and that's where all of our developments are. And you can also follow me on Twitter, CloudCoin Global, or at CloudCoin Global.
All right. Sounds good. Sean, thanks for joining us.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. Take care.
8:55 in the morning, News Talk 102.3.